Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's E. Today's video, we're going to be catching up on life. It's Disability Awareness Month and it's like mid-year, a little more than mid-year, and I thought I'd fill you guys in on what I've been up to, um, where my disability is, and kind of catch you guys up. Because I'm very, I was gonna say withdrawn, but yeah, that's what I am. I'm very introverted as far as like the nitty gritty when it comes to my life for being someone who's on social media and sharing other shit. Okay, so I'm going to do that for the first half of the video, and then the second half of the video, we're going to move right along to the questions you guys asked me on Instagram. And hopefully with those two things, this video isn't too long because we got to catch up. Y'all, my shirt is wrinkled. Don't judge me. I just threw on whatever. I wasn't trying to. Anyways. So first things first. How has my disability been? I mean, if you guys haven't noticed, my disability has made so much progress in the positive direction. Um, but I put in work. And I constantly remind y'all that I put in work. If you guys don't know, this journey has been going on for a little bit. If you guys have been following me and seeing the different levels of where I am, you guys know that this has been a work in progress. Obviously, not so much of a problem as it was like back then, as far as me having to wear hats, glasses, um, a mask to cover set. Like it was dramatic. So I've gone leaps and bounds with my F&D, just like finding ways to manage it and feel that like I don't need to break down this program as to like what I did to work through, but it was a journey within myself that um I don't think I can fully explain to anybody else, even somebody else with F&D. Like you have to get to a certain place and then like I don't know if it's like an epiphany, and then you just bam, 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 bam. And I'm not saying everybody's story is the same, everybody's symptoms are the same, blah blah blah. But this is where I am at. I still use my chair for like heavy shit. Like you guys recently seen, I went to the weekend concert. There was no way I was getting from the parking through the venue and like sitting and then leave. No. Definitely a chair moment, but like every day I'm going into stores, being able to do my little walk around the store, even if I have to freaking kneel down and take 2 seconds, I'm able to get through the store without my chair. There are some days where I have to use a store's chair, which is kind of shitty because it only goes so fast. But like, I would never think about doing anything like that, let alone going to the stores by myself. Hello, with or without my chair, with no mask, with no hat, with no like I if you've been there, you know what I'm talking about. I know it sounds crazy for the people who are new, but if you've been there, it's like the other day I was thinking to myself, um, how weird I feel because I've been healthy. I've been like, balls to the wall, push my limits, school, da 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 da. Like that was my whole drive. And then low, 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 not being able to do fucking shit. To now like inching my way back to as close as I can be to the person I was. Um, so you kind of feel like a loss of self almost. Like I just I get to a place and then I get this high and then I'm somewhere else and I have to learn to function as this person. And it's like it's all a roller coaster that I feel like you can't explain to anybody unless they're going through it. I'm not saying life doesn't throw you shit, but it's just a whole different vibe. All that I'm doing, it's not that I'm trying to take it for granted. But when I do step back and be like, girl, do you see what you're doing? Like, you could have never. And then I like humble myself a little bit by saying, like, girl, this is basic everyday shit. But like, you can't do that. I gotta congratulate my wins, and like, even if it's just within myself, because everybody else finds it fucking cheesy. I gotta do that because it helps with the whole like everything, every little bit is part of the process in um healing. Having to do with my disability, where am I with the modeling? I was released from Zebedee Talent. That was a experience. I don't know how much I'm allowed to say, but I can say the whole time I was there, I felt uncomfortable. And it's not anything to do with them primarily. It's more of myself and how the community viewed me, and if they felt like I deserved to be there because of how I was presenting, or, like how I was in the disability community, and like my whole vibe. Like, I just felt like I didn't fit. And then when I get jobs to like audition for, it was always a question as to, do I use my chair? Do I use my cane? Do I use nothing? Like, I want to be authentically me. And I feel like I'm still not in a place where I know exactly what that means. But I just felt as soon as I got an audition to do, or as soon as something, I needed to do more pictures, what do I do? Because in my everyday life, walking around my house, I don't need my cane. I don't need my chair. So it almost felt performative, and like I didn't want to be unauthentic to what I do. So there were auditions that I would do in chairs. There was auditions that I would do with my cane. There was auditions that I would do just standing, just being, I guess, undisabled looking. I don't fucking know. I didn't book any jobs. And that's me being completely honest. Maybe I'm not model material. I thought because of my tattoos, my age. Like, I was shocked when I fucking got the response that they wanted to work with me. So that's still a little go moment. No shade to them, like no hate, whatever. One thing I feel like, and it's funny how this conversation is just flowing into the different topics, but one thing that I felt that definitely hindered my points or whatever as a model for Zebedee and the auditions and working with brands is the fact that I'm an OnlyFans model. Um, a lot of people don't like that, and I respect their opinion. Like, I understand it's not everybody's vibe, it's not everybody's thing. Um, how much it affected me or didn't affect me, I could be talking shit. I couldn't necessarily give up that part of my life because, like I said, I didn't book any jobs. And disability doesn't pay what y'all think it pays. And my vibe has always been to find a point where I didn't have to live off disability. Whether it be the fear of losing disability, and disability being something that is a problem, like it's becoming at this point. um I wanted to find other sources of income just in case. And again, OnlyFans was only supposed to be temporary. Um, age, other shit is into play. Like, I don't plan on doing this till I'm 80. Uh, so that was never the vibe. So it was nice to like see, oh, maybe it didn't work out. I feel like those are the reasons, whether they are or whether they're not, I don't know. Um, but I am still obviously on the platform, continuing to do what I can to provide that extra income and sense of, I guess, I don't want to say independency, sense of self worth. Like, no, because that's just people are going to read into that and be like, oh my God, those men are making you feel. It's not that fucking deep. It's a job to me. Not everybody's cup of tea. I understand it's a different vibe. People think I've taken the easy way out. Um, and it's degrading. That's fine. Um, it's also been I guess a struggle as far as me and my own mental health, because with my own vibe, if I just stay in here, I don't care necessarily what people think. It's only the fact that they view me as this big, and it sucks. It sucks. It really does. And having that lack of support, especially when you need someone to speak on. Like, I don't even have anybody around me who does social media, let alone like cares for social media that much. So it's a very alone feeling. Even though you have people who follow you, and like it's very lonely. I can't even have a conversation about, oh, I did this little thing, or da 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 da, and it's like conversations with, whether it be friends or family, can only go so far because like the vibe is off. Sometimes I don't even really say much about myself and keep it kind of more of a listening ear, because I don't want to contribute and I don't want to have that feedback of stuff that I just don't think would be beneficial for me to hear. But life has been lifing, and as much as I don't express that online, and I try to just keep the ball rolling and keep that positivity, um, which is kind of why y'all don't see me speak too much on like political stuff. I don't want to say drama because it is important, but like I've said this before, and you can call me being privileged or blind to everything, but that shit will affect me to the point where it will make me unwell. Like I will start deteriorating. I would start experiences like if I tiptoed into that and then just ran down the fucking rabbit hole, I guess feel forced to speak on or talk about things, bring up things, and I'm not blind to it. And kudos to everybody who speaks on it. Kudos to everybody who that's what they want to do on their platform, is make those moves. I believe that there are people that are good at that, and there are people that try to be good at that or try to do that and they just make things worse. And then there's me, who I feel like I don't think I could do it beneficially. Just because someone has a platform doesn't mean they're equipped for all that comes with that whole thing. Because once you start going, like I have to be open to, I guess, battle people on the internet and not have it affect me. And I can't dwindle down myself to fight the internet and try to make these strides and be nothing for me or my family. Like that doesn't make any sense. I guess that's the selfish part in me. That's the uh privileged part, but I'm being honest with you. It doesn't make sense for me to do that. And I hope to get in a spot where I'm both mentally and financially, like I want to help, don't get me wrong. But I know what I can do and I can push my limits so far. I've learned my body. It may have taken a while. And I am not in this. Yeah, I'm driving. Yeah, I'm doing this. Yeah, I'm doing all these things. But these took baby steps. So to say that I won't be in a spot to like be like balls to the wall with people on the internet, I'm not saying I won't get there. But right now, I am not there. So I guess grouping all that together to say, um, with the disability community, with the inclusive agency, and with me um, being where I am with my health and disability, I have been lost. I've been really lost. I don't feel like I fully fit in the disabled community just because of all those things that I said. And I feel like people have seen me at my lowest and then like turn into this person that probably just acts like her shit don't stink and is too good for us now. That's not where I'm at whatsoever. And I do uh still support the disability community, obviously. I don't hide my disability whatsoever. I don't try and refrain from using my mobility aids, as you guys have just heard. Like, I've been using them less and less. Like, when y'all see me at the weekend concert with my chair, I needed my chair. I was using my chair. I wasn't like about to make a video. And I know I've done this before, like with my Sindel, and those were for obvious reasons. I wanted to incorporate the chair. Like that was a whole theme, vibe, whatever. But I'm not gonna go and like grab my wheelchair and like get ready to do the video if I didn't need my wheelchair to begin with that day. Thinking to myself, like, what the fuck do I do? Just in general, in everyday life. I want to feel comfortable just being me. I just want to feel comfortable. I want to feel comfortable just not having to double think stupid shit. Like, do I grab, do I, do, because this person's in this, I don't, I want to be me. What I need, I'm going to use it. If I don't need it, I don't use it. I cosplay online. I cosplay characters in my real life. Let me just be me, please. I just want to be me, and I don't want to be performative for an audition. I don't want to be performative for social media posts. I don't want to be performative in real life. Like, it is so fucking draining. Just because things appear honky dory online, you don't know what someone's day to day life is. You don't know what people are going through. Um, so try not to take things too personal. I feel like I've felt a little guilty with not doing some things, saying some things, and I would have been better off, I guess, putting my business out there as far as like what's going on and what I'm dealing with and why things are what they are. Um, but my business is not the world's business. So just like have that in the back of your mind when you're thinking about shit of your favorite creator or whatever. So I think that's pretty much everything as far as my life updates, my disability, uh OnlyFans. Oh, I got my boobs done. Yo. I got a boob job. Yeah, I had a boob job. 295. Says I needed something that would make me have boobs all the time. I go from um a certain amount of weight to leaning out like this. Like, if I don't keep up with my food, I lose weight like that. I didn't want to get anything too big because I don't want to look like I have boobs and an ass. Like, I could work in that ass, so I want full credit for it. I'm happy with the way they turned out, and I am proud of myself for being able to go through something traumatic. I mean, it's traumatic on the body. And my body handled it very well. My doctors gave me the full pre-approval. One even was like super excited for me, and just seen her recently. She's like, "Oh, congrats, girl." So it's nice. It's nice to be like, "Oh yeah, yeah, I'm disabled, but I've got to do something for myself." Like, that was my one question, like going to my doctors, like, please don't judge me for being disabled and wanting to do something like plastic surgery. Um, because that's one thing that us disabled people have to deal with from society. Is like, if you're that disabled, da, 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 da. If you're disabled, basically they want you to sit in a corner, rot, and die with no rights and no enjoyment whatsoever for yourself. And that's exactly where I am as far as being a cosplayer. I'm just riding out this wave as best as I can, riding out this privilege to be able to do what I'm doing as best as I can while in the moment and trying to make the best of it. And I think I'm doing okay. What new cosplays do I have planned? As far as new cosplay, because y'all know I've been working on like revamping and recycling old cosplays because it's affordable and It's nice to recycle what you have and not constantly buy new. So I think I'm gonna bring back Red She-Hulk. I have a Harley Quinn Joker mashup that I keep pushing and pushing. But I just finished a couple new ones, so I got to get my list started again as far as what I can make happen. Look at my Spotify playlist, like right here. It's really not that interesting, and you all don't judge me. Like it's not categorized. It's random nonsense that I'm obviously stuck in a certain time period and kind of add songs here and there. Do I have a favorite cosplay that I've done in the past? Sindel, is that too obvious? Like, I always feel comfortable doing Sindel. How have I been feeling lately? I think I kind of explained to you guys earlier how I've been feeling. But yeah, that's how I've been. The mental is a little bit of a struggle. It's like a teeter totter. Some days are better than others. And that's just always going to be a ongoing battle. I don't think anybody's like positive every freaking day. No, I am not a full-time creator. I do this kind of like in between what I do in my life. I don't share this too often, but I am a mom. I'm a mommy. I don't even watch that show, but I know that. Obviously, with being a mom, there's things in between that fill the void that you guys don't see that I don't share. Keeping up with them, keeping up with more household responsibilities, because all these things are also part of what I've been able to add on to my plate now that I've been getting better. But it does come with cost as far as me being tired, me not being able to do this because I'm doing this with my family or I'm doing this for my home. Whereas when I first started, I couldn't really do much outside of anything of my home, like cooking, cleaning stuff, like was very limited and not as much as what I'm able to contribute to now. Not a question, but thanks for being a positive bright spot on the internet. Thank you for seeing me as a positive bright spot on the internet, because I don't always feel that way. I think I'm gonna end the video there. I feel like it's gonna be edited super long, but I'm gonna cut it down super short because y'all don't need in betweens. Because I may or may not have had a little breakdown in between, but we won't talk about that. We won't talk about that. Guys made it this far in the video. Thank you so much for watching, honestly. Your appreciation. I appreciate you. If your support doesn't go unnoticed, I do see you and I appreciate you. I don't take any of this shit for granted. Like nobody owes me anything. And y'all know that this whole social media thing is, I don't want to say gimmick, but like I do what I need to do to make it do what it do, if that makes sense. I appreciate that you guys enjoy this world that I've created for you guys' entertainment. And with that being said, I will see you guys in the next one.